Let me ask you something. When was the last time your mind was truly quiet? Not distracted, not numbed by scrolling, not exhausted into silence. Actually calm. If you're honest, maybe you don't remember. Because overthinking doesn't announce itself. It disguises itself as responsibility, as intelligence, as just trying to figure things out. But here's the truth most people never hear. Overthinking is not a thinking problem. It's a nervous system problem. And if you don't understand that, no amount of positive thinking, affirmations, or productivity hacks will bring you peace. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 4 simple brain hacks, not gimmicks, not trends, that help your brain exit survival mode and return to calm. These are not the usual tips you hear everywhere. They're the ones people don't talk about, because they don't sound flashy, but they work. And if you stay until the end, I'll share the one mistake almost everyone makes when trying to calm their mind. A mistake that actually makes overthinking worse. This video isn't just about feeling better. It's about retraining your brain. So take a breath. Stay with me. We are living in the most mentally overstimulated generation in human history. Your brain is processing more information in one day than your ancestors processed in an entire year. Notifications, news cycles, deadlines, social comparison, uncertainty. And your brain, which evolved to protect you from physical danger, doesn't know the difference between a lion and an unread email, so it stays on. Overthinking is your brain saying, something isn't safe yet. That's why you can't just relax. That's why calming advice often feels insulting. Because calm is not a decision. Calm is a state. And states are controlled by the nervous system, not willpower. If you don't learn how to speak the brain's language, it will keep shouting. Through anxiety, rumination, tension, and exhaustion. That's why this matters. Not learning how to calm your brain doesn't just affect your mood. It affects your relationships, your sleep, your immune system, your focus, your faith, your future decisions. Overthinking doesn't steal peace all at once. It steals it slowly, until calm feels unfamiliar. Now let's fix that. Here's something almost no one explains correctly. You don't overthink because you think too much. You overthink because your brain is stuck in a fear loop. Every anxious thought follows this pattern. A trigger, a prediction, a body reaction. More thoughts to justify the feeling. Most people try to stop overthinking at step 3 or 4 by arguing with thoughts. That fails. Because thoughts are downstream. The nervous system is upstream. So here's the hack. Interrupt the loop through the body, not the mind. One of the fastest ways to do this is something called physiological contradiction. Your brain cannot stay in high alert if your body is signaling safety. Try this right now. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. Do it again. That extended exhale tells your brain, the danger has passed. You didn't solve the problem. You changed the signal. This is why calm isn't found by figuring things out. It's found by teaching the brain it doesn't need to protect you right now. Most people never learn this, so they stay trapped in mental loops that feel logical but are driven by fear. And once the loop is interrupted, the thoughts lose their grip. Here's another truth people don't talk about. Your brain doesn't calm down when you explain your pain. It calms down when you label it accurately. Instead of saying, I'm overthinking my future, I'm spiraling, I can't stop worrying. Try this instead. My nervous system is activated. This does 2 powerful things. It separates you from the experience. It tells the brain this is a state, not a threat. Neuroscience shows that naming an emotional state reduces activity in the fear center of the brain. You're not minimizing the struggle, you're organizing it. Overthinking thrives in vagueness. Calm grows in clarity. So the next time your mind races, say, this is activation, not danger. That single sentence creates space, and space is where calm begins. This may surprise you. The biggest reason people stay anxious? They're trying too hard to feel calm. Calm feels unreachable when your nervous system is overwhelmed. So instead of chasing calm, aim for neutral. Neutral is achievable. Neutral is safe. Neutral doesn't pressure the brain. Examples: not relaxed, just less tense. Not happy, just less agitated. Not peaceful, just not spiraling. Here's a simple practice. Ask yourself, what would make this moment 5% easier? Not fixed, not solved, just easier. That might be standing up, drinking water, turning off noise, changing rooms. These micro shifts tell the brain, we are adjusting, not panicking. Calm often arrives after neutrality, not before. This is something almost no one teaches. Here's the final hack, and the most overlooked. Overthinking intensifies in isolation. Not because you're weak, but because the brain evolved to regulate emotions through connection. You don't need advice. You need co-regulation. This could be sitting near someone, hearing a familiar voice, feeling presence without problem solving. Even silent connection calms the brain. That's why anxiety worsens at night. That's why thoughts feel louder when you're alone. The brain is asking, is anyone here with me? And when the answer is no, it tries to protect you by thinking harder. Connection tells the brain, I'm not alone. I can rest. This is not talked about enough. Here's the mistake. People wait to feel calm before they slow down. But calm comes after safety is established. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. Overthinking is not a flaw. It's a signal. And signals don't need shame. They need understanding. You don't need to become a different person to find calm. You need to meet your brain where it is. Overthinking doesn't mean you're broken. It means your system has been working too hard for too long, and now it's allowed to rest. Stay with yourself, practice gently, and remember, calm is not something you force, it's something you allow. If this video helped you, stay with this channel. We talk about the mind, not as a machine to fix, but as a system to understand. Breathe. You're already on the way back to calm.